Oh, wow. So this is how this works. So today, this is my first time doing live, guys. So I'm outside on my deck and I'm kind of relaxing. So um, please excuse me as far as I know the lighting and stuff isn't the best. But we know that if you took a look at what's going on with the stock market took a dive today. Now, if you watch my videos from previously, about a couple of days ago, I did a video on Apple and Tesla, basically kind of, why you should and you shouldn't buy it and whatnot. And I basically said that you shouldn't buy it. And the reason why I said that is because I thought a lot of the stocks and things were just overvalued, right? Everything was just not making sense, especially with us being in COVID, especially with the unemployment, and then right after the stock ran up, you saw Tesla end up selling a bunch of its shares and taking out about $5 billion, and that's another warning sign. You have these guys that are out here basically, doing crowdfunding off of the stock, right? So they split the shares, and then and then the stock price went up super high, and then they sold a portion of it, and then once they sold a portion of it, then they then they recouped their money back and got $5 billion. I mean, there's a bunch of companies that do this, so I'm not just pointing this out for Tesla, but when it comes to all of this, your stocks and all that, especially stocks, that's what I'm talking about, is stocks. When it comes to stocks, you just have to really be careful with this. And I have suggested, and once again, I am not a financial advisor or anything like that. This is just my opinion. Is that when it comes to investing into stocks and whatnot, you just have to be very, very careful, because to me, it's like gambling, right? But if you're going to gamble, you need to at least know your research. You have to at least know what's kind of going on, and you just do that. Just kind of make sure you know what's going on, and you're not out here fumbling around following trends and following fads and whatnot. And that when you invest in something, that you actually know what the company does, what they're doing for expansion. You have to do your research. Just do not follow fads. Bitcoin, Tesla, Apple, we've seen this multiple times over and over. And now the stock market is crashing basically. Or it did drop a lot today. I don't necessarily, if I would say, call it an actual crash, but it did drop a lot. A lot of the gains and stuff. Zoom lost, 20% or more. I think they lost 40%, 40% or more. Microsoft lost 10% or close to 10%. It just all across the board, everybody lost. And of course, Tesla had already went down the day before, and it went down again today. So now you have a bunch of people that have just been a speculator that have been speculators in this. They went ahead and everybody's jumping out. So what does that do? That drops the price. It drops the price. So just be careful out here with this. And if I were you, as far as suggestion wise, if you are caught up in this and you own Tesla or Apple or any of these stocks, and you don't know what to do, you don't know if you should sell or whatnot. I mean, that's a personal decision. Kind of figure out exactly where you kind of stand with your financial situation, and you know if this isn't your type of game and you were just kind of in it to just collect some money and be out, and you really aren't into stocks, then that's you may want to figure out exactly if you just want to go ahead and cut your losses and move on. But if if this is money that you're willing to kind of wait and kind of see if it goes back up and do what you can, then you may want to do that. But I can't really give you an answer on what you should do, because once again, I'm not a financial advisor, and so you have to kind of understand exactly what your goals are and if that is going to work for you. So once again, be careful when you guys are investing into this stuff, these stocks, and you know, and just logically look at, guys, like I said in my last video, You need to follow guys that have been doing this for a long period of time. You know, you look at Warren Buffett, you look at a bunch of these other guys, and you go, hey, what are they doing? What are they doing? What is, you know, this investor doing? What is this investor doing? They've been doing it for 30 plus years. How many ups and downs do you think that they see? And if you've been reading articles and stuff, you know. I mean, just think about economic guys. How can economy go up when the economy is down? That just don't make any sense. How can a company, I'm not talking about niche companies. I'm talking about Tesla who makes cars, which is something that people necessarily do not need, is a bigger than a company, Walmart, a retailer, a grocer that sells groceries, that sells food that people need, is bigger than them. That just don't make any sense. Come on, that does not make any sense. A car manufacturer bigger than a retailer, grocer, then that doesn't make any sense. I mean, especially right now, it would make sense. It would make sense if we weren't in a pandemic, but it does not make sense in this pandemic and in COVID era where people have no jobs. We got this election coming up. We've got so many things happening, and they're bad things. They're not great things. That you would think that this would have happened earlier, but it didn't, and this is just good old cycling. So once again, guys, if please watch my videos. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm a real live person, that's trying to give the most helpful advice I possibly can. So once again, I appreciate you guys watching. This is my first time doing live, so hopefully I don't sound too crazy. So I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.